Flosstube. This is Leslie from Under the Sea Fabrics. It's been a while since I made a video. I was like, I'm gonna make one once a month, and then life got in the way, so sorry. I have a couple of Under the Sea Fabric updates, and then I also have a big finish and a couple of whips and a lot of stash. Almost all of my stash is threads, and that's a story in itself. So let me start off by saying 28 count Joblin is still back ordered. I know I said that last video. I say it probably 3 or 4 videos out of the year. Sorry, I don't like it. I've been thinking about switching to Jaslyn, and I have been ordering Jaslyn pretty consistently, and then that was back ordered this month. So I am just at my wit's end. But I mean, what are you gonna do? So the February fabric of the month was called Anya. It is a very pale pink. Here's a picture. Here's what it looks like. It's a very pale pink. This was requested by a couple of people. Apparently a lot of the new plum streets from the Nashville market. I said February. This was March's fabric of the month, sorry. A lot of the Plum Street charts called for a pale pink fabric, so I think that's why it was requested, but it's very pretty. It is very soft. It is in the 225 to 223 range on DMC, so it's like a very, like a dusty pink, baby pink to dusty pink. So the April fabric of the month is this color. I'm not taking it out of the bag. It's already bagged for a customer. So it's called Hecate. Hecate is the Greek goddess of sorcery. And I thought this looked very cool. So it's got like a pale teal and like a bright pink and a like bluish indigo purple. I really like how it came out. So those are the updates for fabric of the month. Like I said, 28 count Joblin's back ordered, so some people are getting what I had left in my Jaslyn, and some people are getting 28 count Ligana, because that's just what I have. All I can do is hope that next month it's not back ordered again. So there you go. Let me do my whips first, and then I'll do my finish. So, well, let me do the finish first, just because it leads into the whip. So my finish was my Renaissance Mermaid from Mirabilia. Pull it closer. So, I think the last time I showed her, all I had was some of the tail done. I have worked on this pretty consistently for the last month and a half, I think. I was determined to finish it before the Mirabilia retreat next month. And I would say I definitely did that. I still have a month to go before that, so that's where I am. Instead of doing the Mill Hill Heart, I put a little Swarovski starfish as on her little purse bag thing. And you can see my friend Karen kind of helped me edit so that it uncovered her breast. I thought the way the hair was situated looked a little unnatural. I also love nude artwork, so I was okay with doing a nude. I'm going to hang her in my bedroom. The fabric she stitched on is Shimmering Azure from Under the Sea Fabrics. I think it's Cashel. It could be Belfast, but it looks like Cashel. Opal Cashel. I usually do Mirabilias on Opal Cashel if they have heavy beading like she does, so it's probably Cashel. I've been I can't get situated as far as what I want to work on for my whips. The first night after I finished her, I pulled out my Waiting for Ships. She stitched on Sea Witch, Opal Belfast. It's Belfast because all of her beads are petite beads. So, but I don't know. I just can't get into her. Keep trying. so she might get put back away. That's a new needle minder I got from Stitch Dots with the Little Mermaid on it. I love the Stitch Dots needle minders. I like how strong they are. I like that they're flat, so that when I stick them in a bag, I don't have to worry about losing stones. So, last night I pulled out my One Nation. I stitched the whole outline of the stripe, and I started on North Carolina. This is on Brown Sugar Newcastle, so it's 40 count. I wanted it to fit on a fat quarter. With my little whale, my happy little whale. I don't even know. Usually when I pull this out, I finish a stripe before I put it away. So I might work on that this weekend. I'm going to a retreat, so I could do that. Work on it there and finish the stripe. So that's an option. I don't know what I'm going to do. Undecided. This isn't grabbing at me, but at the same time, I like to finish it. Once I start a stripe, I like to finish it, because then when I put it away again, I have a set point of where to pull it back out, and I know what I'm working on. The other whip I pulled out was my Let Freedom Ring from Lila's Designs. This is on Autumn Newcastle. This has been kind of calling me, so I think I'm going to take this to the retreat too. And then if I finish the stripe, then I'll have this to work on. I also want to start my third piece for the hometown, or the holiday, farmhouse holiday, what it is, from Little House Needleworks. I got that chart a couple days ago, and I just haven't started it, so I haven't decided. I've got till tomorrow to figure out what I want to work on, obviously, because I don't leave until tomorrow afternoon for the retreat. So, I'm flying, so whatever I take, if I take something to work on the plane, Farmhouse Holiday will probably be really good for that, because it's small. It can go in an 8x8 Q-snap, and then it's, I can work on it easily in a small seat, and it's got not very many threads. So that's where I'm leaning on that. I don't know. When I finish a big project like that, I kind of live in like this blasé world of, I don't want to pick up a whip, I don't want to start anything new, I don't know what I want to do. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that. I don't know. I don't have my original farmhouse to show, my first one. I don't like the second one. Well, it's not true. I don't dislike the second one, but my piece of fabric has enough room to do 8 of the 9, so I'm waiting to see which ones I like best before I do the ones I like best. I definitely like the, because I'm doing them individually. So I definitely love like Grandpa's truck. So I'm going to do that one next. I don't hate the horse, but I don't love it. It's just me. I'm not a big horse person, I guess. So okay, let me get into stash. I've got a lot. Most of them are threads. Now, the reason is that last time I did a video, I had not gotten my mystery bits from Stitching Bits and Bobs. And then this month, Bobby from Stitching Bits and Bobs was sick, so she sent out March and April, both in one envelope. So I've got 3 months of Stitching Bits and Bobs mystery bits. And then I've also joined Trish's Nest Egg subscription at 3 Owl Threads for the sampler threads 10-yard skeins. So I have those. And then I placed an order with 123 Stitch for a couple of things, and just kind of to fill it out, I added some Belle Soie. So I've got like a stack of Belle Soie. So let me get a piece of paper so that when I show these, let's see, there we go. So when I show these, I have a white background for it. So I'm going to start with, this is my mystery bits from Stitching Bits and Bobs. Is there something else in that book? No. Okay. So I get 2 skeins of Crescent Colors, 2 skeins of Glorianas, and a random amount, it seems like, of Rainbow Gallery threads. Specifically, I get Silk Lame Braid, or Petite Silk Lame Braid, I get Petite Treasure Braid, and I get Splendor Silks. So, and this one I happen to have, it looks like it has 3. This one has 3. 3 silken colors in it, so not that I'm going to complain. So this one's Vintage Violets. And then this one is Copper Rose. And this one's called Ring Around the Rosy. It's a flower theme, I guess, this month. So those were all silken colors. And then for Glorianas, I got Summer Sky, which is pretty blue. And Highland Gardens. And then, let's see, the Rainbow Gallery. The Silk Lame Braid, I got 92, which is a violet. And then 98, which is like a blue, a pale blue. And then the Treasure Braid I got is called, it's 45, and it's like a multicolor one. I don't know what I'll use that for. And then the Splendor Silk I got was $9.96, which is a pink. $9.83, which is a chartreuse. And then $10.15, which is kind of an ecru. Okay. And then this is the last 2 months, so it's got a lot of them. I got a lot of organizing to do. After I get packed, I might work on that tonight. Get some stuff organized. So, Silken Colors. This one is Toffee Crunch. This one's called Curried Musta. Definitely looks like a curry powder. This one is Peacock. I like that. It's got a lot of colors in it. And then this last one is Gold Coast. And then the Glorianas are Shirley Green. Stop calling me Shirley. Rosebud. This is a very pale color. It's very pale green, and it has green, pink, and like an ecru mixed in. And this one is called Olive Grove. I already have half a skein of this I used on Get Crackin'. I think it was Get Crackin'. And then this one's called Purple Fred. Alright, let's organize this bit so I can show it to you. So the Silk Lame Braid, I got 10, which is green, emerald green. $1.97, which is a blue. $107, that's a dark blue, like a dark indigo. It looks kind of purple and looks kind of blue at the same time, and I think it's because it's a dark purple thread with a blue metallic thread going through it, which makes it look like 2 different colors. And this is number 9, which is regular red, the regular red one. And then the Treasure Braid I got was 55, which is a copper. And 62, which is an ombre blue and silver, like aqua and silver. And I actually used this instead of one of the Krennics in my mermaid edition. And then the Splendor I got, this is a pink, it's $10.45. And then I got $10.49, which is a gold color. And then 1050, which is a darker gold. So those are in the same color family. And then 828, which is a Christmas green. 925, which is a reddish brown. And then the last one is 865, which is a turquoise. So that's all of my mystery bits. And this time she sent like 2 extra skeins of random stuff. So let's see, what is this? This is baby fluffy fleece, which a red baby fluffy fleece, and a petite frosty rays in 189, which is like a pale blue. So that was nice of her. She skipped, I feel bad for Bobby because she was sick, so she didn't get the March ones out on time, so she sent March and April in one go, and you know, so it was frustrating because she could have communicated better that she was sick and said, hey, that things are running behind, but she didn't, and she just sent them, so, you know, at least I got all my threads. It's not like I have a plan for them. They just go in my stash until I need them for something else later, so I'm not upset about them. Okay, so my nest egg from Trisha. Now, I started late. I started 2 months after she started doing the nest egg. So now, starting next month, I'm getting like 5 extra threads a month so I can get caught up. And she's doing them in alphabetical order. I purposely went with the 10 yard skein so that I could use, you know, so they could be used for multiple projects theoretically. So, let's see, here's Brandy. Mine are, like I said, Gentle Arts. This one is Bluebell. Burnt Orange. Blueberry, which is not very blueberry. I mean, it looks more blueberry on the camera than it does in real life. It's actually more of a gray. Buckeye Scarlet, and this is very Buckeye Scarlet. Lived in Ohio for a while. This is very Buckeye Scarlet. Butter Crunch. Burlap. That definitely looks like burlap. Briar Rose. That's really pretty red. Brown Bear. And the last one is Bubblegum. Now, as far as charts go, I only got a few in. A couple were orders. One was, I went to a retreat last month, a local retreat, and they did a silent auction. And I bid on this Little House Needleworks ABCs. And part of the reason I bid on this, and it also came with 2 of the Country Cottage Needleworks Main Street. So one was the flower shop, and one was the bookstore. But the reason I bid on this was because it came with the threads. So I will get to this eventually, but I like that it's already kitted, so I'm just gonna leave all that together, and then sometime when I have a scrap of random size, you know, then I might start that. I also got Praiseworthy Stitches Beach Dreams. Part of the reason I like this is because it can be finished into a drum. Here's what it looks like if you do the whole thing. So I really like that. It's stitched with sampler threads. It looks like, oh, weeks and sampler threads. So yeah, I just like that. I don't know when I'm gonna stitch it or get around to it, but I like it. So also I had to order from 123 Stitch. Part of the reason I had to order is I'm working on the class schedule stitch along from Armada Designs. I don't have it to show because I haven't done anything more than what you saw last time. But the 3rd month was Herbology and had little tiny bees on them, which I loved, but I decided I wanted to stitch those bees in Whisper, so I had to order a gold Whisper, and it's not in my pile. I don't know what to do with it. But since all I was ordering was gold Whisper and 1 skein of DMC, I added a couple of charts to kind of fill in. And the first thing I did, I'm not a big Lizzie Kate person. I've kind of I mean, you probably noticed because I haven't stitched many of them, and I haven't shown many of them, but I did order this one because I really liked it. It's called A Little Beach. And it's a little kit. I have a little frame that I feel like is very similar that this would go in, and it looks like, excuse my phone. So, and I like the little turtle in it, so I don't know. Maybe I should take this with me as something I should work on the plane. And I ordered Summer Day from RETM, because Little Mermaid. This is another one. It looks like it'll be quick and easy to stitch when I get around to it. And then the last thing I ordered, and I don't know why I ordered this from 123 Stitch when I could order it wholesale, but I didn't. I think I added it to my cart like as a gift for somebody and never took it out. But I actually still want it, and that's Gigi from North Orbit. And part of the reason I want her, among other ones, is that my Stitch Mania is going to be some of the witches. So I haven't decided. I've decided on 2 for sure, and the other 3 that are like gonna go. I'm gonna put them in a box. I'm gonna stitch them like as a round robin looking thing. Are all kind of together. I just haven't settled on what I'm gonna do with them or which ones I want to do. So I needed her because I didn't have her. That's probably why I ordered her. I just figured why not. So the last something else I ordered from 123 Stitch. If you go and you put clearance and then you click fabric, she does like random ornament cuts, sort of like I do. Under the Sea Fabrics does have ornament cuts. One nice thing about our ornament cuts, I have how I count ones, but also mine tell you what you're getting. So this doesn't. I'm looking at this. I order a 28 to 40 count ornament cut. This looks like 28 count white Lugana. And then this is a piece of Thunderstorm. No, it's not. It's definitely linen. So you get to see me figure out what I have. I think it's Dusk. I think that's the name. It's from Pictureless Plus, and it is 36 count. And then a piece of white. Oh, and it's stripes, so it must be Fabric Flare with pink stripes. I actually have a, what's it called? Sweetheart tree that's supposed to be done on a piece of pink gingham. And I might use that for it because it's small. A piece of natural color. Oh, what count is that? It's 32 count. Alright, a piece of natural color linen in 28 count. Cashel. This is a printed kind of over dye, it looks like. Or no, it's platinum. It's platinum, 32 count platinum. Alright, this is, I know it's African Daisy from, I think African Daisy or African Violet, something like Daisy, something Daisy. It's Joblin, 28 count Joblin. And then another piece of natural, this one's 32. And then this is a piece of Witchelt Natural. Witchelt Natural's darker than Zweigart Natural. And this is 28 count. So I have 2 of these packs. And I order them at random, and then I can toss them into, I have just a box of random fabric, little sizes, that I use for ornaments and stuff. So these are $4.99 when she puts them on clearance. So I tend to add them to pad my order, you know, so I don't feel like I'm going, like I'm, you know, spending a ton in shipping. So it looks like, alright, so let's see what I have here. See, it says mini, it's hard to say, mini, 20 to 40 count. So 2 of these I can feel right off the bat are Witchelt linen. So that's a Witchelt natural linen in 32. And this is Laurel, Witchelt Laurel. also in 32. And this is Witch Oat Milk Chocolate Linen in 32. And then a piece of red gingham. I love gingham. I need to order more for myself to put away from when I have things I want to stitch on it. I like gingham. I don't stitch on it a lot, but... And then here's another piece of gingham. Both of these pieces look like they're 32 count. And they both feel like they might be Weeks Dye Works fabrics. And then just another piece of it's Lugana. Yep, it's Lugana. White Lugana. And this is a piece of Picture This Plus. I don't know. It's 32 count, but I don't know what color it is. So maybe some of you who do know, but. And then another piece of Natural Zweigart. So when you pay, you pay, like I said, I think it's $4 or $5, but you get 7 or 8 pieces. You don't know how many pieces you're gonna get or what size you're gonna get. Oh, you know they're gonna be 6 by 6, but you don't. She doesn't mark the count, the color. You just kind of guess. I actually am pretty good at guessing because I work with fabric all the time, so I can usually tell what I have. All right, so the last thing I have to show is when I ordered those, I ordered some threads. This one's called Boys and Beauty. It's a Belsois. You can tell I love silks. This one's a Gloriana called Bordeaux. I don't know why I ordered that, but I like it. Probably because it's pretty red. This is another Gloriana. It's called Mulled Wine. They're almost the same color, but one's like a slightly darker, pinker version. They're both very pretty wine reds. I must have been in the mood for wine when I ordered those. And then Paprika, which is a really pretty orange. And then the last one is Cool Mint. This is a Belsois too. Both of these were Belsois. So that's about it. I don't have a lot. Like I said, it wasn't that much stash. The last thing I have to show is I saw someone on the Mirabilia group making needle minders that you'd bead with, and I thought that was a great idea. So I bought a bead mat and I tried to make one of my own, and while it was great, I realized I don't like bead mats. I never have. So I bought a little package of these bottle caps, and because they're already metal and magnet sticks to them, so I had a little magnet. And I just put a little square of double stick tape. And it's removable double stick tape, and so when I finish I can just toss it. And I like them because they're light, and the magnets I bought were particularly light, so they're easy to move, but also I can put them I can put 5 of them on in 5 different bead colors lined up, and it's awesome. So that's it. Hopefully I'll have another video for you next month. Thanks for watching, and have a good time.